So what's up, everybody? This is Theo's Pets and this is Calypso. She is a Crested Gecko. Let's talk about her, shall we? So Calypso here is a female Crested Gecko we ordered off of Morph Mart. She is a Pangea XXX, which means that she is an extreme harlequin, but her pattern is so extreme that it actually reaches up to the dorsal there. She also has a dashed pinstripe and Dalmatian spots. She's also fringed and kneecapped and gravid, mated with another Pangea XXX. He was a darker chocolate though. She came to me frog butted, as you can see. Right now she's fired down. She turned to this like mute gray. She might possibly be a lavender, I'm not sure. Oops, she got on the camera. And when she's fired up, she turns orange and black. She's super chill compared to the other ones for the most part, actually. I mean, as you can see from the jumping around and whatnot, that's actually chill for these guys. They can be a little crazy and squirrely, take some flying leaps. Persephone, my other pregnant breeding female, takes a lot of flying leaps to the floor, actually. So, but as you saw from one of the previous videos, we're starting a little bit of a breeding project with Cresteds. I have the two greens who are gravid and laying eggs. I have 2 eggs in the incubator now. This lady is also supposed to be gravid and laying fertile eggs. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, she has some red Dalmatian spots. Let's see if I can get her turned where you can see them on her side there. But, so she got added to the collection. I love this little girl. She's absolutely bonkers. She comes out of the, so I switched jobs, which is why videos have been a lot more infrequent. I was working like 2 in the afternoon to 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. I'm now working from like 6 at night to like 5:30 in the morning. And so my scheduling's all messed up. I'm getting everything situated and figured out. I have a buddy who's moving across the country, so I've been trying to spend some time with him in lieu of also trying to get my sleep schedule fixed. He's actually taking the 2 bearded dragons with him, so you'll be seeing some more changes here in the reptile room here soon. But this was one of the changes here. Mrs. Calypso, my Pangea XXX Crested Gecko here. So let's get her put away and I'll show you what else is new around here. So, while we're talking about Crested Geckos, what I have here in this is a hatchling that was hatched December 13th, 2020. So he/she, we're not 100% sure of the sex yet. They're not really showing spores as of yet. Is roughly 5 grams from what I was told from the breeder here I got her from, or got them from. And so I've not actually weighed them. I'm a little nervous to handle them this small. Funny story though, so I got to miss the cage and they've escaped yesterday. So I spend the entire day slowly, carefully, strategically cleaning the house, the area around where I had our tub here, looking through all the folds and clothes, backpacks, everything, because I mean, this guy's so tiny you could just get in anything. Super stressing out, freaking. I pulled everything out of the tub 2 or 3 times actually. Put it on the kitchen table, checked under the paper towel, put everything back in, put the lid back on just in case, right? So I keep cleaning, looking around. Fast forward about 7 hours. I keep randomly just poking my head in the cage because I don't know why I just magically think it's going to reappear. And sure enough, it actually does. Comes to find out that they were tucked up in one of these fake flowers so much that I couldn't see them even when I was ruffling them apart and looking. And so they've been asleep in here all day while I tore the house apart, looking through all my binders on the bookshelf under it and everything, trying to find those lizards. So that was a lot of fun. But let's see if we can get a good little shot of them here. So they're tucked back behind one of these flowers. So from what I can really see of them, they have got a lot more red in them than the rest of our cresteds. Also have a little bit more broken of a pattern compared to the rest of them. They fire down almost like a lavender color though. Let's see if I can jux them into getting on my hands for just a minute. You're okay. So there we go. And this is Hermes, which we named after the escape attempt. So all of our crested geckos have Greek deity inspired names, and all the snakes and other lizards honestly have pretty much been anime inspired so far. But so with that being said, due to the flightiness and the disappearing act, this one we have named Hermes. Once again, we're not 100% sure if it's a boy or a girl, but with how everything went down, it seems suiting. So, but they're cute little. I'm hoping that maybe I can get some of the red mixed into the breeding project a little bit later down the road. Obviously it'll be a while before we can even think about breeding them, but I'm hoping their structure turns out to be good. It looks pretty decent from what I can tell at this size, and the colors just aren't anything we have in our breeding project currently, so I'm hoping to kind of mix up a little bit. I'm thinking what I want to do is get a lavender mixed with this olive green, one of the olive greens that we have, and see how that goes. So why don't you guys let me know and tell me what you think down in the comments about that color pairing. So there's only really one more addition to the group in the room, so I'm going to go get the baby here resituated and see if I can wrangle the other new guy here. This one's a little bit more squirrely, a little bit more angsty. He's actually the only snake that's bitten me, so this should definitely be interesting. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a crap show, so we'll see. Alright, we're gonna make this quick because I kind of sort of have this under control. This is Sasuke. Sasuke is a sun-kissed ghost corn snake. We got Sasuke here from one of the local pet stores. Every time I went in there, I looked at them. They're super pretty. There was always poop and sheds in their cage, and so a lot of their corn snakes move and sell really quickly, but this one was there for a hot minute. So I asked to look at him. He apparently bites every time you get him out of the cage, which was a turnoff for a lot of people. He is actually the only snake in the collection that has bitten me. He did bite me one time, the first time I handled him, but after that we've been good. He's a little flighty when I try to get him out, but he's not actually been biting. He's already eaten. He shed the first day he was here, so I mean he's actually doing really good. He's just very angsty and a little mean, which is why we decided to name him Sasuke. That and the colors kind of match. But from my understanding, sun-kissed ghost corn snakes can have a little bit of a head wobble problem depending on their particular genetics. So I'm not sure if we'll be breeding them. I originally planned to because I mean it's just a gorgeous snake, but we'll have to see. He's not shown any signs of head wobble or problem whatsoever, but that doesn't mean that the offspring can't have it. So I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more and see about how all of that works. But regardless of that, he is a very pretty pet nonetheless. He's pattern wise probably one of the prettiest corn snakes we have. He's the second largest. I'm not sure how old he is. I'm definitely not sure how much he weighs. I have a hard enough time getting him out of the enclosure without losing him because he tries to run from me. Instead of biting now, he literally just flees. After the initial bite, he got his teeth stuck in the back of my hand, and I think he realized that it didn't hurt me. And so we've completely given up on the striking and the biting, and we just run for our dear lives the second I go in there to get him. So I've not put him in a bowl and tried to weight him as of yet, but he has eaten a pretty healthy meal and had a pretty successful solid shed, so he's doing pretty good. I just enjoy looking at him. Once you get him out and calm, he's not too bad. The bite I did receive wasn't a strike, it was actually a soft bite. And so I'm a little weary of his face sometimes, because I mean he was literally just doing like this and just came out of nowhere and just like bit into the soft my hand right there, like just that little soft plot of skin. But he's seemed to have chilled out after watching me in the room a lot and me haven't given him food, so he's really cool. Funny story about him, when we got him, they put him in one of those blue deli cups. Now, my wife does not allow me to have hots, which for those of you that don't know are venomous. But I've been looking at rattlesnakes a lot. So my wife had no idea that corn snakes and a lot of snakes actually, as a threat display, will their tails, right? And so we get in the car, I open the tub to take a good look at him, and as soon as I open the lid, that tail just starts going so quick that it was hitting that plastic and it sounded like a rattle. My wife, the face I got, just so betrayed. She looked at me like I had put the corn snake bash and switched it for a rattlesnake when she was not looking. She about jumped halfway across the car, and then didn't believe me that corn snakes did that, or that there was a corn snake in the tub, until I reached in there and pulled him out. She saw that it was Sasuke here. So, but in case you didn't know, corn snakes do rattle like rattlesnakes. They just don't have a rattle. So, but that tail hitting that plastic sure sounded like it. So, but that's everybody that's new to the room here. Like I said, the dragons will be rehoming. They'll be moving actually across the whole country to Colorado to live with my buddy Jeremy and his new lovely lady and her child, and the kids, brothers and cousins. Oh god, he tried to make escape for it. So hopefully that'll be good for them. They'll get a lot more attention, a lot more one-on-one time, you know, and it'll give me more time to focus on all these Crested Gecko eggs that we have coming and handling all of these snakes and whatnot. So I'm sure we'll do an update video here soon about the eggs. I have an incubator, and how they're doing. We can look at the veins and how they're growing on them and whatnot. We can do a little update on the other Crested Gecko, the male from the breeding pair that we rescued. He's been retired. He's actually my wife's pet now. So just check back in soon and we'll finish catching up and see what happens from there. This is Sasuke and this is Thea from Thea's Pets. Have a great day. What's up, guys? So I know we normally do some B-roll here at this section, but I figured since you know, these guys were leaving here soon, maybe we'd just look at some of the highlight reels from some of our beauties here. So I'm gonna go put Oak here in a bath and let's watch some of them.